All right. So now we're going to go into the retail readiness round where I'm going to ask you three questions specific to retail. So answer the best you can. Number one, what do you think founders often underestimate when it comes to getting into retail stores?
The capital, the working capital that it would cost to really fund the inventory upfront, and then knowing your payment terms and knowing how you're going to fund the inventory and making sure that you're not over ordering as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Read
Yeah.
that vendor book and make sure you can comply to all
Yeah.
of it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Number two, how do you suggest new founders communicate their brand story to buyers in a way that really lands and they feel connected?
Absolutely do your research, whether it's like LinkedIn stalking these buyers and knowing how long they've lived there, what categories they've covered over the tenure of their time at that retailer, because then they've probably seen different sides of the world. Find some mutual connections if possible to even understand like the personalities of the buyers. Google them to see how they talk, what they ask about, what their questions are. We're great at this.
You have a
I'm
whole
like,
research
almost too
team.
good. Yeah, we do. I'm like, did you guys do your research before this call? And then when we go on a pitch, just making like every slide relevant for the buyer. Like, who's their target audience? Look at their investor relations. Look who the owner is. Like, we know that, for example, like Whole Foods now Amazon. So like we understand that the buying landscape is now different than it was maybe at the local level at the Whole Foods. And so it's little things like who's the ownership? What do the investor reports say as like their biggest drivers of
Mhm,
growth?
mhm.
Focus on the white space so that you're delivering white space to them and solutions, not an additional thing that they already have 20 of. So it's just making their job easier.
Yeah, you've nailed those all. That was a great answer. Number three, what's one thing you tell your younger founder self now, knowing what you know?
Yeah, don't borrow trouble. Best advice I continue to give both myself today and the one of yesterday. The world of entrepreneurship is so uncertain. So in the world of uncertainty, and this is just in humans in general, I think sometimes we live in the past because it's fixed, and so we try to find solutions in the past that we can hold on to because it's fixed. Or sometimes we live in the future because it's infinite. And we think about the world of infinite possibilities, but because it's so infinite, it also feels very overwhelming and anxiety given.
Yeah.
So the true balance is like the presence. And I believe that presence is the ultimate present. And so that's the best advice I usually give to myself and kind of what we harp on our journey east is like just living presently with yourself and what's here.
Awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.